All right. Yeah, it's saying I'm live. Great. Hello, everybody. What's going on? Let me just refresh this so I can make sure I see everyone in here. All right. Cool beans. So, welcome. Today, we are going to talk about network marketing, affiliate marketing, online marketing, just marketing, child, and how to get out here in the online space and grow your business with the top three simplest steps on the planet in order to avoid the overwhelm in 2022. This is going to help save you a lot of time, help save you a lot of headache. And, this works even if you have no following yet, no customers yet, even if you're brand new, even if you have no experience, and even if you have failed in the past. And yes, this works for any business. So, what are we waiting for? Let's go ahead and dive in. All of this is coming up. Awesome. So, hello to you. My name is Valerie Walton at valeriewalton.com, coming to you live from the suburbs of Washington, D.C. I am a certified online business coach, trainer, and marketer, and I've been doing this for the past 5 years. I've helped over 4,000 entrepreneurs either get their start and or step up and go next level in their businesses, depending on what it is they need to do. Definitely helping people to start earning more in their business, getting more of a profit. And really, it's not me, it's them putting in the work to follow the instruction that I give. And so I wanted to start you off in this new year with some very simple and free tips to get started, right? To take the first step. But what you're probably going to want to do after you take my advice, after you take some notes from this training, is to then go and look towards investing further into yourself. You're investing some time right now into yourself, which is great, but you're also going to need to remember that you need to invest two things, not just the one. You're going to need to invest time and some money too. Now, what's great about having a business from home, having your network marketing business, as I'm sure you probably know at this point, is that you don't have to invest thousands upon thousands of dollars when you're first getting started. Just a few $100 typically gets you a good start when it comes to your training, your tools, and all that. And if you've been spending more than that, you probably want to lock arms with me so I can show you some really great deals and discounts. All right. The way that you do that is by following this. Go to valeriewalton.com and make sure that you get on Val's Victory VIP list for all the exclusive updates, tips, tricks, resources that I show people, not to the public though. Oh yeah. So make sure that you get onto that. All right. So let's hop into this. I actually have some notes for today, and I'm going to try to keep this brief. At the top of the hour, I'm going to go and teach people more on how to engage, have those prospecting conversations, and close. So I got to make sure I end right at the top of the hour. Let me see who's on right now. If you're watching me live, make sure you type hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, of course, hashtag replay, and I'll come back and check and see who's been watching me. And any questions you have, I'd love to answer. Also, if you have a particular topic that you'd like me to cover, share that with me in the comments section. Share it in the chat. All right. So let's jump into this. I gave you the 3 top tips, right? Already, and we're just breaking them down, the 3 top steps. So the first one we covered yesterday was to start building up your audience. If you don't have a following, if you don't have a list, the last thing you want to do is make a list like your network marketing upline tends to tell you. Sorry. You don't want to just make a list. You want to build a list, because typically the list they tell you to make is a list of people that you know personally. But these are not people in your professional network. These are not people that see you as a professional. That's just not their perception of you. They don't know you like that. And that's how most folks end up headed in the wrong direction, feeling like they have to beg, chase, convince people, manipulate people, into joining your business, or even guilting people into supporting you, right? Oh, nobody ever supports me. Nobody loves me. Look, let's get over that. Okay. You're going to need to take a breath. You're going to need to step it up, and you're going to need to actually build some skill sets out here if you want to make some money. right? McDonald's didn't grow to the huge powerhouse that it is by only asking their friends and family to buy their burgers, okay? All right. Like, we really need to get out of that whole mindset. And we have to actually build the skill. And these are the things that you want to know, right? So build your audience, engage with your audience. And then the final one I'll mention tomorrow. Okay. Well, it's sell to your audience, but I'm going to show you how to do that tomorrow. So now with these top steps and focusing on engaging your audience today, I want you to remember what we talked about yesterday. The fact that people are not going to buy your stuff just because it's good. People are not going to buy your stuff just because you're giving them a discount. People are not going to buy your stuff just because it's cheap. People buy from brands they trust. And sometimes those brands are the cheaper brands. Sometimes those brands are the most expensive brands out there. It depends on what that brand is all about, what the marketing message is, right? What is their micro story? How well do they communicate to the audience, to the viewer, to that potential customer, that they have a solution that best fits the problem that this person has? And yes, people will pay for a solution. So stop second guessing yourself and stop lowballing, thinking that people aren't buying from you because your stuff costs too much. That's not true. That is not true. People will pay for whatever. They will pay for a solution to their problem, even if that solution is boredom. And that's why people go and buy televisions. That's why people go and pay for Netflix and Hulu, right? It's to be entertained, which helps to eliminate boredom. They pay for that, right? So please don't think that you don't have something that's valuable enough, or people just, they don't see it, or it's too much. It's not too much. People still go out here today and buy a Mercedes Benz when they could go buy, some basic model car, right? There's a reason for that. They trust the brand. So you have to give people a reason to trust you. And that's what the engage part helps you to do. This is the part that kind of syncs everything together to help you not only generate leads, but also build up a relationship, the relationship necessary for you to be able to make transactions, close folks, get sales, get recruits, get customers. That's the kind of thing that you want to do. All right. So let's dive right in. And I see, hey, Naisha's on, Miranda's on. Hello, hello, hello. Great to see you guys. All right. So one thing to remember about engaging your audience is there are two parts to this. And if I break it down even more, there's 3 basic steps, right? Just to keep this super simple, that's what this is all about. Okay. So your 2 parts are communicating in general, right, to your target audience. And then the second part is then to take it from there to now speaking to the specific audience, speaking to a specific problem. Okay. And okay. Let me break down how that works. So typically you have to start off attracting people that fit your target audience first. Okay. Now, if you haven't even established who your target audience is and you aren't crystal clear on what their problem is, how you help them solve it, and what's going to be the benefit of them getting their solution from you, if you don't have the answers to those questions, you need to do that part first. I've got videos on that. You need to go back and do that part first. Okay. So that you can come back and do this part, because the next thing is it's time to build your audience by putting your content out and engage with them. Okay. Now, another way I can break down the 2 parts of everything is, again, a general problem down to a specific problem, right? The general public audience and what your audience's main problems are, generally speaking, to then having that lead and then that prospect in front of you talking about their specific problem. Where network marketers mess this up is that they continue, once they have attracted a lead, right? Once they have an actual real live human being in front of them, what they tend to do is keep talking to this person in a general sense instead of talking to them specifically about their personal problem, issue, challenge, pain point. Pause for a moment and think about that. I want you to think about how you're talking to individuals one-on-one, and not just any and everybody, right? And trying to prospect people. No, find out who is interested in the first place. That's the build your audience part from the content that you put out there. And then you engage with those folks. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to give you this chart here. Forgot. It would help if I share my screen. Okay. I want you to save this, screenshot this, child, do something. Okay. But this is what you're going to want to refer to as you're working along with me to grow your business. All right. So let me share my screen for this. Okay. Share that. All right. So check this out. This right here is your sales process made simple. Okay. And this right here is a picture of a funnel, right? What do funnels help you to do? They help you to sort and sift. They help you to go from, a lot of liquid in this big container down into something a little bit smaller, more specific, more concentrated. That's what you're looking to do. You're looking to go from this big audience here on social media, on Facebook, and funnel it down to where are my customers? Where are my recruits to join my team? Which is what these dollar signs stand for below. So we're going from Facebook to my actual person I close, right? Here's where people make a mistake. They go on Facebook and they start treating every single person they meet like a prospect. Big mistake. Everybody is not your prospect. Do you see that there are steps that you have skipped? And when you try to skip and try to cut corners in business, you will fail. You are not going to get your desired results. And the desired result, let's think about this. The desired result, you earning a commission, helps to feed your family, helps to get you to a point where you can now live the way you want to instead of the way that you're stuck with for a lot of people, right? And even if you're living comfortably, you still started a business for some reason, right? That you want an additional stream of income for some reason. So if you're trying to get that and live out that desired result, that desired reason, we got to follow the steps. Okay. So when you're on social media and you're building your audience, right, we have to first establish who your target audience is. Who are the people that you believe may have an interest in your business? And we cannot do surface level, lazy ass crap. We have to do the real work of figuring out and getting clarity on who your target audience is. So we can't say, oh, everybody can use my stuff. I'm in health and wellness. Everybody should want to be healthy. Maybe they should, but not everybody is. And even for the people who are, still doesn't mean they need to buy your stuff. They're already buying stuff. Fitness fanatics are already buying stuff. Why should they buy from you? So again, this is a form of, you're going from building up some trust, right? Building relationships with people so that you can determine whether or not they even need your stuff in the first place. Then we figure out, do they want it? And then we figure out, do they have a means to buy it? Then we make the offer. And most people don't do that. Okay. And before we even get into all of that stuff, we got to start here. The target audience, knowing who that is, putting out the content to build our audience and find the suspects and obtain leads, right? Generate leads. And these folks, right? Let me just jump down the lead. Your lead is a suspect, and your suspect is somebody from the target audience that you found on social media, right? Whose behavior indicates that they may be interested in your offer. What makes them a lead is not only are they expressing interest, but they have also now given you a means to communicate with them and the permission to do so. This is why people have lead magnets. It is for you to collect their information. Your customer information is the biggest asset you'll ever own. Every successful company knows this, not just network marketing. This is everywhere. This is why there are businesses out there, there are companies out there that are willing to pay millions of dollars to get access to a big company's list. That information is gold. Please treat it as such. and start building your own list. Please don't be lazy. And I'm sorry, I got to give you the tough love. It's lazy if you're not building your own list and you're leaving it up to your network marketing company to collect the leads for you. You need to have a copy of that information that belongs to you, that you own. You have to. If you're serious about having a sustainable business that's going to pay you, right? We all have to start off paying into it with our investments and expenses. But if you want it to start paying you back so you make a return on your investment, you have to build your own list. You got to start building a list of leads. Okay. Now, once they've given you that information, what we're talking about today is what takes them from a lead to a prospect. Somebody's been pre-qualified, where you figured out that they have the need, the desire, and the resources to buy. And honestly, not just the resources, but also the willingness to use that resource to buy. Okay. I offer a whole bunch of low ticket stuff, tripwire offers. I have things for $7, for $10, for $1. Everybody's got $1, but that doesn't mean that everybody is willing to pay me their $1. I am using these steps to help it be easier, simpler for me to make sure I'm not wasting my time on people that have the $1 but don't want to spend it here. I'm going to focus my time and attention on the people who have the interest, who's showing me through their behavior that they have the interest, who expresses not only the interest, but gives me a way to communicate with them so that we can have a conversation, right? Engage, and I can pre-qualify them. And once they're pre-qualified, bam, now I can make the offer. All of this can happen in one conversation, believe it or not. Okay. But it's because of these steps that I'm breaking down for you that that's even possible for you. And I know there are network marketing companies out here that are going to tell you, get on social media and treat everybody like a prospect. Go up to everybody and go have conversations with everybody. It doesn't matter if you're being fake and phony. Go fake it till you make it. Go pretend to be someone you're not. Go pretend to be successful when you ain't made a dime yet. Go out here and use this script. Go talk to every individual person the exact same way. You win some, you lose some. Some will, some won't. So what? Don't, child, please. This is 2022. We got to stop doing that. We need to treat human beings like human beings. Each and every one of us are different. Do we share things in common? Yes. That is when you're going to engage to the general public, right? That's when you're going to put out content to the general public. But once they've come to you and said, yes, I fit that mold. Yes, I have that general problem, but I still have some specific areas that I need help with. That's when it's time for you to shift gears. That's when it's time for you to treat this person like they are the only person in front of you, because you know what? They are. There is a huge difference, right? And this is why I'm sharing with you. Let me stop sharing for a second. This is why I'm sharing with you that your conversations that you have with people, there's two parts to this. You go from the general public down to specific individuals. And there's a different way that you talk to them. It's a different way to communicate. Okay. So now, I said there were 2 parts to this, but there's 3 simple steps. There's 3 things that you're going to do, right? Before you even think about trying to offer something and trying to sell something and trying to get that commission, right? We got to get out of our own way. This is not about us and getting a commission. This is about serving people. This is about solving a problem. We can't solve something that we don't know nothing about. We got to figure out what this person's personal problem is first, right? So there's 3 steps to this. First, we need to connect with them. Then we need to qualify them. Then we can close them. Okay? So here's how you do that. When you're having the conversation, right? After you've been putting out your content, right? Yesterday we talked about Facebook posts, including live videos. We talked about finding Facebook group. We talked about a lot of stuff. So make sure that you go back to that video. It was a full hour training for free. Some of y'all are paying hundreds of dollars to get the information I just gave you yesterday for free. Go get it. Okay. Now you've got that. When the person comes to you, right? When you're offering that free information, that way for you to collect the lead in exchange for them getting something out of it too, the person has to follow your call to action, right? They got to answer the call. And so they have to say, yes, I want that report. So just like when I was talking about yesterday, let's say you wanted to give out, if you were in skincare, right? If I were in skincare and I had a free report on 5 of the best skincare tips that I recommend for 2022, right? And it's already done, already created for me, like you saw yesterday. And I get somebody that comments with the number 5, like I told them to, or they reach out to me in my inbox with the number 5, like I told them to. Now it's time for me to have a conversation with them. Most people make the mistake of giving the link to their lead magnet to collect the lead and then ending it there, talking about, oh no, I got to follow up. You wouldn't have to follow up if you take advantage of the opportunity in front of you right now. And the opportunity in front of you right now is you were just talking to the masses, hoping to get someone, and you got them. But you were trying to get someone for what purpose? To talk to them. So talk to them. You see how simple this is? If you're trying to attract people to you, well, once you've done that, once they've come to you, talk to them. You can't keep treating them like the general public because they have finally walked into the doors of your store. It is time to cater to this particular person that is in front of you right now. Right? So, for example, if I had a shoe store, right, I may put out a billboard, I may put out an ad in the paper, or I may go to networking events to let other companies know, hey, I have a shoe store in this area. Now, once I've done that, however I've marketed myself, once I've done that, and I'm sitting in my store behind the counter waiting for somebody to come in, right? When I initially went to talk to the general public, right? I didn't say, hey, everybody's got feet, so everybody needs to come to my shoe store and buy my shoes. Right? I don't say that. I need to think about what kinds of shoes I sell, what solution, right? What problem that solves. And I need to address that. So I'm going to address the problem. If I sell nothing but Louboutins, then I can't, right? My audience is not going to be everybody. If I sell just cowboy boots, my audience is not going to be everybody just because everybody's got feet. It's insane, right? My audience is going to be the people that want the cowboy boot or the people that want the Louboutin, right? Okay. So I'm actually going to stick with the cowboy boots. I'm not going to go out into the public and try to convince people that they need to buy cowboy boots. There are already people who love cowboy boots. They're going to buy more than one pair. They're going to own more than one pair. I'm going to deal with them. Now, I can also go even more specific, like I taught you about in yesterday's training and the day before. So make sure you catch all of that, all this week, catch it all. Okay. So when it comes to that, what kind of problem can I help to solve? Well, obviously they're looking for the cowboy boots. What about coming to me is going to be a benefit for them? Maybe I offer cowboy boots that are custom made. They can have it designed any way they want. Maybe I offer cowboy boots that have a unique insole that helps support the foot even better, right? But I'm definitely going to talk to them about the first. And that's a part of your building your audience part. So the engage part is when people start becoming suspects, when they start liking my posts, when they start commenting on my posts. That's the beginning. That is the sun beginning to emerge from the horizon, right? That is you being able to begin that engaging process because you're putting something out there and now people are putting something out in return. They're actually giving you feedback. They're starting to talk with you, communicate with you, interact with you, engage with you. Take full advantage of that. right? If they comment, reply to their comments. And don't just say, oh, thanks for commenting, but think about what they're saying to you and start up a meaningful conversation. And again, if you've left a call to action and people are answering the call, right? Just like I said, drop a 5 in the comments if you could really use this. Then that's what they're going to do, right? And let me pause for a sec. And I'm gonna stick with the cowboy boot example, and then I'm gonna go back over to my skincare example. So with the cowboy boot example, I have put out that marketing message in order to attract the people to me that want to buy the cowboy boot. Now I'm sitting back waiting for somebody to walk into the store. Once they walk into the store, it's going to become a different conversation. I'm not going to continue with the same general message. I'm not going to come to them and say, hey, I've got a custom variety made shoe, buy it today, because they're here for a specific reason. So I need to ask for more information so that they get specific with me so I can offer them a specific solution. I may ask something like, what brings you in today? How may I help you? Can you tell me more about what you're looking for? What do you need today? Those kinds of questions are a great icebreaker, great starting off point. And this is why in network marketing, it is great to have a lead magnet for your niche. So now I'm going over to the skincare example. So just like you guys saw that I had the 5 skincare tips, if I'm going out here and I'm talking about skincare every day, and I may be talking about, how I'm feeling being over 40 with 2 grown kids. Well, soon to be. I got 1 grown one. The next one in a few months, officially grown, right? So when I talk about that, what does it feel like for me? What is my next move? How am I taking care of myself now and my health? Because they've been taken care of. They're leaving the nest. So what about me? What are some things I'm thinking about? Or even just in general with health, right? At 40, once you hit 40, there's a lot of things that start to change. There's a lot more things that they monitor with your body and your health and stuff. Like I could get into a whole conversation about all that kind of stuff. All right. I could talk about how my skin may have changed over the years. I could talk about makeup tips. I could talk about nighttime routine. I could talk about a skincare routine for busy moms on the go. All kinds of stuff, right? I could talk about what to do in your 20s so that by the time you're 40, you don't have much to do, right? Like all kinds of stuff, child. Anyway, so I'm constantly offering that 5 tips. That is going to be the one offer that I offer to the general public in order to invite them in to a more personal conversation, right? So somebody comments 5, tells me they want it, and I say, great, check your inbox. Again, where most people make the mistake is that they go to the person's inbox and they say, hey, as you requested, here's the link, bam, and then they disappear. No, this is the time for you to engage. This is the time. So your build step and your engage step kind of overlap because you give them the link in order to collect their information, which makes them a lead, which helps you to build your list. But this is also the time for you to start the conversation. This is probably going to be one of the, if not the most excited that your lead and your prospect is going to be. Great time to talk to them. So they've already gotten excited and gotten the courage to put in the 5 in the comments. It is now time for you to say, hey, I noticed that you requested my 5 skincare tips. I'm grabbing that right now. But while I'm doing that, can you tell me what caused you to raise your hand and say, I need those tips? Are there any specific skincare concerns you've got going on right now, or what's up? Just tell me a little more about yourself. Boom, icebreaker. And this is a big difference between talking to the general public by sharing a few tips on your Facebook Live or something to now they're in front of you one-on-one and you're having a more specific conversation about their specific needs. You need to know this stuff before you can offer your skincare products or your skincare business. You need to know this stuff first. You want to avoid feeling nervous in your conversations? You want to avoid being scared that they may say no? Do this. Do what I'm teaching you. You're going to have way better results. And especially if you're new and haven't built up a reputation or any authority yet, please don't take the advice of just go be direct with people. Hey, I'm looking to expand in my area and I thought you'd be a great fit to check out my skincare products and business. Here's a link. Don't do that. Not that that doesn't work. It's just that it doesn't work for you being new. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because again, this is all about relationships. You have different relationships where you're closer to some people than you are to others, where you trust this person a little more than you trust this person. If you were stuck in a pinch and you needed some help, you'd go to this person over this other person. And because we have varying degrees of trust in different relationships, you can't go out here and be direct with everybody that you meet. You cannot. You're going to have to, when you look at other people's tips and advice that they give you to grow your business, please take it into consideration in terms of the context of what they're talking about, and take it from the perspective of, this is for somebody at this level in business. Am I at that level? No? Oh, then that's not for me. Problem is, most folks are either new or they're struggling a bit. And so they're like, listen, I'm desperate, child. I need some commissions. I'll take anything. And then they start searching for free stuff online and get varying degrees of information depending on where the person is and their authority level at the time. And it's so hard. Okay. So that's really important. Make sure, please, I can't reiterate this enough. Please make sure that you're not only like following free tips online. Make sure that you latch on to a really good coach and mentor. I happen to be both. If you love what I'm teaching, get on this email list and ask me about my coaching program or visit my site. Okay. But this is not going to be it. This one training I'm giving you, this one series ain't going to be enough. I'm going to tell you that right now. I've put out the disclaimer. This is not going to be enough, but this is a very great foundation to start with. Okay. So let me see what you guys are talking about before I go into the deeper stuff, because we're about to go deeper and I got less than 30 minutes. Okay. Hey, Estu, what's going on? Thank you so much. Yes, I've been on the leaderboards in the last 30 days. Yes. I didn't even know. And that's another thing, you guys. We set these goals. I want to hit this income level. I want to hit this rank. I want to hit the leaderboard. I want to win this award. I want to win this trip. When you stop worrying about it and you just go out here and build, engage, sell every day, that stuff feels almost effortless when it happens. I had no clue I was number one. Boy, just freaking crazy, right? And I'm very excited. I'm very honored, but I wasn't even trying, to be honest. I was not even trying. So thank you for pointing that out. Thank you so much. Hey, Stephanie, what's going on? Good to see you. All right. So let's jump into the next part. Dang, time goes by so fast in here. Freaking crazy. Okay. So yeah, I was talking about connect, qualify, and close. You're going to connect with them in a meaningful way. Here's how you get to kick it off, right? If you're approaching them, right? Like with that tip I gave you about finding the right Facebook groups, and perhaps there's some people within that group that you're like, oh, they fit my target audience. Let me go friend request them. When you friend request people, always include a message. You want to know why? Because just like you, when you get a message out the blue from somebody you don't know, first thought is, what do you want? If you tell them up front, they don't have to ask themselves that question. Okay. So, and be very clear with what your intention is, right? Share that. You're trying to connect, build a real relationship with folks. Don't be fake social. Get out here and actually connect with people because you care about them. I hope. Isn't that why you're trying to help them with this problem they got? So go connect with them. And you can say something like, hey, so and so, we're in the same group, but don't stop there. That's where most people stop. Hey, I noticed we're in the same group. And I really love when you made that post about XYZ, right? Whatever they posted about, because it blank, fill in the blank. Go deeper with folks, right? So for example, hey, Stephanie, I loved, we're in that same group for women entrepreneurs. And I love that every day I show up in that group, I see you posting something inspirational. I love it. As a matter of fact, that one post you put in last Thursday about blank, whatever, that quote you had from Maya Angelou, right? I loved it because blank. And share with them what it did for you. Share with them how it made you feel. See, that's a deeper connection to start with. That's how you want to start connecting with people. Not this, hey, I see we're like-minded individuals. Let's be friends. Hell no, I don't want to be friends with you because you want something. What do you want? That's not, like, you're not getting to what you want. So if I say to this person, I really love you, the person. I love what you do. I love how you contribute into this group. And that's why I want to be friends with you. That's why I sent a friend request. Because wouldn't that be the type of person you'd want to do business with? Whether they're a customer or a recruit. So actually, this is where it takes some work on your part to actually go take the time to learn more about people. To number one, verify that they fit your target audience. And that number two, there's something about this person that you feel that you could relate to and connect with. Then go start talking to them. Your average person is not taught that in network marketing. Your average person is taught, find as many people as you can on Facebook, go friend them all, go send them requests, hey, copy this and paste it into the Facebook Messenger. And child, sometimes they even have the blanks in there because they forgot to take it out. Or it says, hey, name in their messages because they forgot to change it. That's how lazy people are being. And then you wonder why they're not yielding results. They're not yielding results because you're not doing it right. You're not doing it for the right reason. You're only looking after yourself. Let me just do whatever I got to do, child. Let me do the bare ass minimum, child, to be able to just get some money, child, because I need it, child. I got bills. Instead of taking the time to build a relationship. You build a relationship, you got them as a customer for life. So yeah, you can go out here and you can be direct. Hey, I'm looking for like-minded people, blah, 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 blah. You could do that. And yes, you could get a lead and even a sale, but that's a one-time sale. What about the people that the minute you mention you have something that you're about to offer, they're like, what is it? I want to be the first one to get it. Here's my credit card. Can I pre-order it? Like Apple products? What you got? Which one do you want? You want the people you feel like, dang, I don't even like the fact that I had to sell to them like that. It felt like I was twisting their arm. Or do you want the customer that's like, what you got? Where is it? Can I pre-order it? Here's my credit card, right? Which one do you want? So it has to start with a strong foundation, something deep and meaningful. That's the connect part. Then you've got your qualify part. The qualify part is you taking the time to now learn more about them. So the conversation needs to have the spotlight on them. And that's why I like to start the connect conversation the way that I just shared with you. Because if you start the connect conversation focused on why you were attracted to them, their guard comes down and they can start opening up to you so you can find out those three things we need to know. Do they have a need for what I offer? Do they have a desire to get what I have to offer? And do they have the means and the willingness to buy what I have to offer? That happens in the qualify conversation. That part is right here on the that part is right here on the on my chart. So let me share that with you. Oh, I got to show it on the screen. Okay. So that part is right here. The qualify conversation is also known as the prospecting conversation, right? This is where I'm going to go deeper with this person. They're already a lead at this point. Here's how I turn them into a prospect. I talk to them. And we talk about deeper things than just, hey, nice weather. Hey, we live in the same area. Hey, we own the same kind of dog. Hey, we both got 2 kids. Isn't that cool? Don't nobody care about that. Like, I'm telling you, this is where people drop the ball. And you know why? Because unfortunately, the average network marketer gets into network marketing just off the wrong foot. Here's what I mean. The average network marketer starts because they're in a financial pinch. They're in a financial pickle already. There are a few that have decided to get into network marketing because they want an additional stream of income. And right now they don't even need it, but they want it because they know how important it is. They're financially savvy. That's not how it is for most folks. Most folks are like, I need money. I need to stay afloat. I just got laid off, or I don't want to follow the mandate, so I have to find another way to make money, or whatever. I don't know. There's so much stuff going on. Okay. But like, there's varying reasons. There's various circumstances that have occurred that have led this point where now they're like, I'm desperate for money. I need the cash. What do I do to hurry up and make money as fast as I can? I know I can't make money overnight, but can I make it in like 2 weeks though? Because I got this bill to pay. I actually had somebody come to me like that. And I was like, child, you ain't gonna do it like this. I had to tell them because they really believed. They were like, oh my gosh, it's me and my boyfriend, and we're living here, and we're really struggling, and we've got, I think they had a few cats or something like that. And I need you. And I said, I can help you, but not like this. Not with this energy. This is desperate energy. I ain't never been desperate a day in my life in any area. Okay. So I can't. You're not going to be able to get somebody into a business with that energy. You're never going to be able to attract to you people who are committed, focused, determined, the types of people that you're going to need in your business. If you're like that, the hell, that's not even a match. That's not in alignment. So the first thing that I needed this person to do was calm down. You need to take a breath, and you need to realize if you need money in the next few weeks, first of all, most network marketing companies don't pay you quickly. There's a 30-day waiting period before your commissions are eligible, and then you'll get paid in the next pay period, right? So that wasn't going to happen for her anyway. But even if she were to create her own stuff and be able to get paid right then and there in her hand, you're not going to attract people to you when you're desperate. It don't work in dating, and it don't work in network marketing, honey. Okay. Right. You go out somewhere trying to, bag a man. It ain't going to work with you being desperate, honey. They're going to use you and then walk away. And that's what happens to network marketers. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. All right. So you're going to have to realize, even if you are in a tight situation financially, that you need to take a breath, and you need to get your mindset in a place where this problem that you're having is not, that you're not feeding it and giving it more power than it needs. Yes, I have this financial situation going on right now, but to make sure that I not only overcome this one, but I make sure that I never end up in this situation again. I need to start thinking about how to establish a stable business, not just, let me make a quick buck. I need a stable business. So how do I do that? It's by building the relationships with folks. It is by taking the focus off of me and making sure that I serve them, help them with their problems. My problems go away too. Look at that. Okay. And this is why when you're having that connect conversation, you have to make sure that it's established. Your friendship with this person is established on something meaningful. Okay. Now, once you've done that, and they open up to you because now you can ask them a little bit more about themselves that they wouldn't tell you just off the break. So if that's the way the conversation starts, is by you approaching them, then that's the way that would flow. But if the conversation starts where they came to you, right? They said, oh, I want those 5 skincare tips. That's when you can go straight in to the qualified conversation because they came to connect with you. So now you can go straight into the, oh, awesome. Tell me a little bit more about what you got going on that's caused you to want to get access to the skincare tips, right? Or whatever it is that you offer folks that you have a lead magnet for. And then finally, the close part. The close is the fastest, easiest part. And everybody makes it so hard. See, if you've done the connect and the qualify, the close is no problem. Half the time, you won't even have to say a word. Half the time, they're going to ask you, how do I go about getting that? Because when you take the time to learn more about someone, and the more they talk, the more you're able to easily find their pain point, easily find their main problem, so that you know to offer as the main solution. They say yes. And they say, great, I'm ready to get it. Where's the link to buy? Or if they're joining your team, great, I'm in. Where do I sign up? You won't even have to ask, would you like to sign up today? They're going to be like, where do I sign up? I'm ready. Because you're trying to make sure that you focus on attracting people to you that not only have the problem, but remember, we're talking about need, desire, and resources to buy. That desire part is the part that a lot of people miss too. Does this person really want to get out of their problem? They may realize they have it, but are they ready? Are they willing to do the work to get out of it? And sometimes doing the work means putting up the dough. Right? You got a problem like, oh, I need some transportation. I need to get me a car. And they say, well, here's the car. Right? You go to CarMax and they say, hey, look, here's the car. Here's the price on the sticker. You got this? Nobody complains. Nobody says, why? Look, all I want to do is, why can't you just give this to me for free? Because I really, really need it. I need transportation. Yeah, ain't nobody doing that. So same thing for you. You're looking for the people who have the problem and realize they need to do something about it, and they need to do it now. Not, I need to wait a couple of weeks. I need to think it over. But they realize they have no more time to waste stuck in this problem. And when you have those conversations, the way that I'm showing you, you're going to be able to have that as your result, that people are ready to buy, ready to join right now. Okay. And so, yes, Stephanie says, get to the feels, right? Get to the feels, get to the emotional connection that they have with their problem and their desire to solve it. Right? Naisha says, that's how I'm trying to get people into MLSP. Right? And if you guys don't know what MLSP is, come to me, come check it out. It's an experience. That's what it is. I cannot just tell you about it. You really need to come check it out. If you're a business owner and you want to do better than what you're doing right now, you need this. $10 trial for 10 days. What's up? Let's go. I don't know what else to tell you. That's it. That's it right there. And then Naisha also said, I'm trying to build relationships with those that need training, right? Now, the question is, they need training. Do they know they need training? Have they come to that realization on their own? Have they come to an end of themselves, right? To realize I need some help with this? Or is that like something established yet? Because there are some folks that they think that what they're doing, the spam and the copy paste messages and stuff, is fine. So they don't even see they got a problem. But then there's some folks that are like, yeah, I know that I don't like this. I just don't know what to do as an alternative. You start finding those folks, it's an easy conversation, right? So it's just a matter of that. Okay. So we covered the connect, qualify, close. Now, what does this look like, practically speaking? What does it look like for you to start engaging with your audience? There's many ways that you can boost up that emotional attachment they have to you so that you can get into these conversations faster and close easier. And I love video. Anything involving video helps a lot. So here's some examples. Facebook Lives, of course, and also webinars. Those are my top two. If I had to pick a third, this would be the one thing that's not video related, and that would be your Facebook groups, right? Let's think about this. Let's think about singers, and let's think about how they get their claim to fame and fortune. Okay, and let's take one of the best out there, Beyonce, right? Whether you love her or hate her, this woman's rich, and this woman is very well known, and this woman has broken records. Okay, so let's take her as an example. So you got Beyonce. She says, hey, I want to like use my life, right? I want to start this business. I'm going to become a professional singer. What do professionals need? No matter what the niche is, what the industry is, they need a skill set. She had to learn how to get out here and go sing and go dance and go build up that stamina to be jumping around on that stage like she does, child. I'm a year older than her. I'm like, oh, Lord, okay, that's a lot. Anyway, almost 2 years older than her. Ooh. Anyway, so you got that. And then now what does she do to build the business part? In addition to building the skill set, what are the daily activities that she's going to need to do? Guess what it is? What I just told you. Build, engage, and sell. Build, engage, sell. Build, engage, sell. I said that, I think, all this week, right? She's got to build her audience, engage with that audience, and then she can sell to the audience. Now, what did that look like for her and any other singer, rock star, rapper, whatever, in the music industry? What do? They build an audience that known in their industry. It's called a fan base, right? Their fans are their customers. Their fans are their audience. So they have to build up a fan base. How do they do that? Creating content, right? They got to make some music. They got to go make a song. That's their content. And they put their content out there. Where? Out where? Where are they putting out their content? They're trying to get it played on the radio. They're trying to get it out here into as many people as possible that fit their target audience. You're not going to hear Beyonce on the country music station. You're not going to hear Beyonce on the gospel station. You're going to hear Beyonce on the hip hop stations, the R&B stations, right? The pop stations. That's where you're going to hear Beyonce. Why would she bother trying to get her song played on, say, the classical music station? That's not where her target audience is hanging out. And guess what your radio station is? Facebook groups. This is a way for you to plant yourself in front of an audience of people who already fit your target audience. You just have to get them to see your content, right? Get them engaged with you. So that's her first step. It's got to get some radio play, right? The next thing that she does is engage with her audience, right? She gets some radio play. She puts her album out there, listening to her audience now, engaging with them by finding out what did they like, what did they not like. So what kind of content to keep making and what kind of content to stop making, right? What kind of songs should she keep making? What should she stop making? What was a hit and what was terrible, child? Ain't nobody listening to that. And she had to learn and adjust so that she could give people more of what they want, not just what she wants them to have. So yes, although artists are creative and they express themselves and all of that, they make sure that when they express themselves, that is something the audience even wants to hear. Are you doing that? Right? And then finally, she can sell to her audience. In what ways is she selling to her audience? Well, obviously through her album sales, right? Or streaming or whatever these days, child. I don't know. I ain't bought music since I don't know when. Like 93, like I don't know. 98, I don't know. But like that's oh no, maybe 2003. Because I did get her album when that joint dropped. She went solo. I was like, oh, let me get that. It was good. I like it. So anyway, you get my drift. Build, engage, sell. How else does she make money besides dropping the album? Going on tour, right? Getting on that stage. Now, I want you to imagine something. This isn't the reality, but I want you to imagine. Imagine that somebody came up to Beyonce and told her, hey, I have an audience of people who fit your target audience already. They fit your fan base perfectly. They're already packed in Madison Square Garden. The stage is set. The lights are on. The mic is on. I just need you to go out there and start singing. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine if that's how Beyonce got her start, that she just instantly had a bunch of fans in front of her and she didn't have to do all that other work? Well, guess what? That's what Facebook groups look like to me. It is a stage with an audience and a mic and the lights, and all I got to do is get on the stage. All I got to do is get into the group and sing my song, right? Deliver my marketing message. Now, not only can you do that there, but just Facebook in general is like that. Facebook in general, for you to be able to have a platform, have your own personal profile with an audience of Facebook members, right? Facebook accounts looking at you, watching you, and all, like, the stage is there. You just get on it and start singing, deliver your message. Okay. The more you deliver your message, the more people start to interact and engage with that. They say, oh my gosh, that made me feel good, or made me feel empowered, or made me feel like I'm more knowledgeable. Makes me feel hope again, because I think you might be my solution. So they continue to do that. You're getting the feedback. You know what content they love and what they don't. And for the people that go the extra mile and answer the call to action and say, yes, I want that information. Yes, I'm willing to give you my info. These are the ones that are going to become the loyal fans, the ones that keep coming back over and over again. Just like Beyonce's got her beehive, that would be your beehive, right? But it's all about relationships. Her beehive believe that they know her personally. They feel like they grew up with her. That's how tight they are. You can have a fan base like that. Your customer base can be like that if you follow the steps I'm teaching you. Now, tomorrow is the final day where we're going to talk about selling to the audience. It'll probably be the shortest video because that's how simple it can be. Okay. Yes. And it's also true on lives. Just like what Stephanie was saying, it's also true on lives. People are watching even when you think they aren't. Because think about it. When you're on stage, can you see if everybody's watching every move you make? No. Trust me. I've been on many, many stages. Many. Before I was ever even in network marketing. I used to be a dancer and a dance instructor and choreographer. I've been on stages, honey. I was a principal dancer. So I know them lights be glaring. You can't really see nobody. So you don't even know if they're watching you or not. But you have to remember, you've stepped up to get on that Facebook Live. You're the one with the mic in your hand. Do what you need to do so that you grab their attention and you serve people, right? So that's pretty much it for today, right? And it also with webinars, you get yourself in front of people and you start talking, you share some value. Bam, child. Okay. What else do you want? Anyway, I got to go ahead and wrap this up now because I have to go and hop into this exclusive VIP training for people that are part of Val's Victory VIP list, to learn exactly what we should be doing, even in more detail than what I gave you today for free. See, these folks have a membership, right? They're learning and growing, and I'm so excited. So I'm going to go, but thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you back here tomorrow for the third and final installment of the series. Same Profitpreneur time, same Profitpreneur channel, live at 5.